Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius September 19, 2024. Today's lunar eclipse is the first signal that eclipses are beginning to transition out of your sign axis. This one starts a new set that can pull up discontent and dissatisfaction, but it's also good for motivating you to improve. Work, health, and routines or habits are now in focus. There can be a bit of a scramble to get your life into better working order, and the benefits of doing so are significant. In truth, you'll be balancing work, rest, and emotional health and physical health in the next couple of years, and realizations occurring now can spur this process along. Aim to give special consideration to what's healthy for you mentally and physically. Consider, too, that some things are downplayed or hidden in order to magnify another part of your life, and it's better to observe and take in before making impactful decisions. While this exaggeration serves a purpose, it's hard to be objective around an eclipse. Our cosmic messenger, Mercury, is heading downhill into a car crash. It's as if his brakes have broken, and he's spinning down the streets faster and faster with only devastation ahead. This energy will be activated both today and tomorrow, ensuring that extreme anxiety, bad news, or leaked secrets could pop up out of nowhere. This is because he will spin in the depths of your solar house, crashing against the unstoppable force and immovable object of mighty and cold Saturn. If you end up feeling depressed and defeated, take some time for some TLC. Your work life could drastically change throughout this week. The full moon partial lunar eclipse in Pisces will evoke unpredictable yet fateful changes 3 days before and after today. It would be best if you took note of what happens at work during this time. The eclipse portal will challenge you to consider your habits, routine, work environment, and job position. Since this is the end of a cycle, something unusual may happen. Do not fret. The eclipse will remove whatever is no longer serving your highest good in your work life. Wonderful transits are occurring these days to allow for personal growth. Emotional material that has been ignored or repressed may come up. To manage this kind of awakening, it is important to stay physically active so that mental energy does not dominate you. Committing to some kind of aerobic exercise at least 3 times a week will help you immeasurably. Drinking a whole lot of water will also help you flush out those toxins both physically and symbolically. Today, you will have to choose a new and original path that is off the beaten track. Your desire for independence and need for liberty are becoming pathological, and this will push you to refuse making any professional or sentimental commitments. This behavior should isolate you and lead you to having a certain amount of solitude. However, you shouldn't be worried about all this because the current vibrations are finally speaking of success, and this should give you some vigor. It's only a question of being patient now. As she enters her final days in Libra and continues to separate from a favorable aspect with Jupiter in an adventurous part of your chart, Venus is beginning to encounter some resistance from planets influencing your relationships. In these last days of the planet of love's mission to update your personal, romantic, and relationship desires and expectations for the upcoming solar that begins in 6 days, this process remains crucial. With ongoing support from planetary influences on both romantic and relationship NTS throughout the coming year, this period is helping you clarify what you seek from love, relationships, and life overall. The moon may have left your romantic sector yesterday, but it was here as a friendly aspect between Venus, the planet of love in Libra, and Jupiter in an adventurous part of your chart was just starting to separate. While today Venus' focus is more on your relationships and with it an opportunity for healing, this has brought the spirit of romance and adventure together in a way that is going to linger. Our eyes in the sky. Is there something you've been dreaming about but haven't quite had the chance to fully pursue? Maybe it's a new project at work that's been tugging at your creative spirit, a hobby you've always wanted to explore, or perhaps a personal goal that's been sitting in the back of your mind, waiting for the right moment. Whatever it is, today's energy is giving you the perfect opportunity to turn those dreams into reality. The universe is giving you a nudge. It's your moment to embrace what you love and let it blossom. We all have those ideas or passions we keep tucked away because life gets busy, right? But sometimes, the right moment comes when we least expect it, and today is that moment for you. What's one thing you've been wanting to start but haven't had the time or space to focus on? Maybe it's a book you've been meaning to write, a fitness journey you've been eager to begin, or even a career move you've been contemplating. Whatever it may be, take a deep breath and dive in. Trust that the universe is on your side. And hey, why not share what you're working on in the comments? Let's encourage each other as we all take those exciting steps toward our dreams. As you go about your day, you might notice a special warmth in your interactions with others, whether it's with your colleagues, friends, or loved ones. There's a strong sense of support in the air today, and it's something you'll feel deeply. Have you ever had that heartwarming feeling when you realize your care and compassion have positively impacted someone around you? Today is brimming with that kind of energy. When you show up with kindness and an open heart, people feel it and they will reciprocate in ways that will surprise and uplift you. It's that beautiful balance of giving and receiving, a gentle reminder that when we care for others, we create a circle of support that ultimately comes back to us when we need it most. Speaking of reflection, there's something truly special about sharing what you've learned along the way. Have you ever noticed that when you offer advice or share your experiences, it not only helps others but deepens your own understanding of the subject? That's one of the magical aspects of communication during this time. It's not just about you, it's about how everyone around you benefits from the wisdom and insights you bring to the table. So today, take the opportunity to connect with those around you. Share what you know, and don't be surprised if you find yourself learning something new in return. Have you ever had one of those aha moments when explaining something to someone else, and suddenly, you see things in a whole new light? That's the kind of energy you're working with right now, so embrace it. The more you share, the more you'll grow. As you navigate through your day, one of the most beautiful aspects of today's energy is how it encourages you to strike a balance between your own desires and the needs of those around you. It's a day for compassion, understanding, and meaningful connections. Have you ever been around someone who has the ability to make you feel calm and at ease, no matter the situation? That's the kind of energy you're radiating right now, and it's incredibly powerful. People are drawn to your empathy and your ability to make them feel comfortably even in moments of stress or uncertainty. But as much as your empathy is a gift, it's also important to be mindful of your limits. Have you ever found yourself giving so much to others that you ended up feeling drained or overwhelmed? Today's energy reminds you to practice balance. While it's wonderful to be generous with your time, energy, and kindness, don't forget that you also need to take care of yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, so make sure you're nurturing your own needs alongside helping others. Take a moment for self-care today. Whether it's a few minutes of meditation, a walk outside, or simply setting boundaries when you need to, remember that taking care of yourself allows you to continue showing up for the people who need you. And that's the true beauty of today's energy. It's all about creating harmony between giving and receiving, between compassion for others and care for yourself.